They made love that night, but for Tolani, it was her first time, but Joon didn't know. The next morning, Kang Joon opened his eyes slowly, turning to see Tolani beside him, curled under the duvet, her back to him. Her breathing was light, almost nervous. He studied her for a moment, the way she clutched the blanket, how still she was. Something felt different. He reached out, brushing his fingers gently down her arm. "Morning, coffee girl," Kang Joon said softly. She didn't turn. Kang Joon stirred slowly, the soft rustle of sheets drawing his attention. Tolani sat on the edge of the bed, her back to him, pulling the blanket tightly around her chest like armor. She hadn't said a word since waking up. He watched her, the way her shoulders were slightly tense, the way her fingers trembled a little as she tried to smooth her hair. She didn't even meet his eyes when he whispered, "Are you okay?" She gave a small nod. Too small, too quiet. That's when something clicked. Her stillness, her deep blush when he leaned close, the way she flinched just slightly when he touched her waist, not from fear, but from being completely new to the feeling. His heart sank. He sat up, gently placing a hand on her back. She froze. "Was that your first time?" Joon asked softly. Tolani's breath caught. She didn't answer. But she didn't need to. Her silence was the answer. He turned her gently to face him. Her eyes were wide, vulnerable, filled with a mix of fear, emotion, and unspoken feelings. "You mean you've never?" Joon asked gently. She nodded once, still not facing him. Joon looked at her, regret in his eyes. "Tolani, I didn't know. I would have gone slower. I would have..." She bit her lip, trying to look away, but he leaned in and rested his forehead on hers. Kang Joon said in a low voice, "I didn't know. I would have gone slower. I would have... You should have told me. I didn't know it was your first time. I would have been more gentle. I was drunk, and I know I went hard on you. I'm so sorry," Joon said, whispering in a tone of regret. "I didn't know how. I wanted to tell you. Before that, it was my first time. But I didn't, because I was scared," Tolani said, looking down. "Scared of what?" Joon asked quietly. Tolani finally looks at him, vulnerable, eyes glossy. "I thought you'd laugh, or think I was weird, or too inexperienced, and maybe you wouldn't like me anymore." Kang Joon's expression softens completely. He moves closer, squeezing her hand. Kang Joon said firmly, "Tolani, hey, look at me." She does. "I would never laugh at you, ever, especially not for that," Joon said gently in a sincere tone. Tolani blinks, trying to hold back tears. Kang Joon continued softly, "Knowing I was your first, it means more to me than you can imagine. I'm honored, and I don't love you in spite of that. I love you more because of who you are. Your honesty, your purity, your heart, everything about you makes me want to protect you, not judge you." Tolani's voice cracking with relief. "I really thought you'd see me differently." Kang Joon replied, smiling gently. "I do, just in the best way possible." He pulls her into his arms, her head resting on his chest. They stay like that for a long moment. "Hope you won't change," Tolani asked nervously. He cupped her face, brushing his thumb across her cheek. "I'm not changing," Joon replied. "If anything, I just fell deeper. You trusted me with something no one else had. That means everything." He kissed her forehead gently, then pressed his against hers. Her eyes glistened. "I promise I'll never make you regret it. And I'm sorry for been rough on you. I know I caused you pain, but that wasn't my intention. I'm sorry," Joon said, holding her hands. She finally smiled, small, shy, but filled with relief as she replied in a whispering tone, "I know." He kissed her again, this time slowly, as if to tell her without words, "You're safe with me." Then they both rested a bit. Tolani stirs under the blanket, her lashes fluttering as the sunlight brushes her skin. She turns slowly, and he's already awake. Kang Joon is lying on his side, head propped up by his hand, watching her quietly. There's no smirk, no teasing, Just that look. That look of someone who's seeing you completely and still wants to stay. She shyly covers half her face with the blanket. Tolani mumbling, "Stop staring." Kang Joon replied softly, "Can't help it. You look like a dream." She peeks up at him. He smiles, the gentle one that only she gets to see. He reaches out and brushes a strand of her hair behind her ear. That morning, the two sit at the breakfast table. He made her toast and eggs, trying to make up for the guilt quietly sitting in his chest. Tolani's hair is messy and loose. She wears his t-shirt like it belongs to her now. She eats slowly, chewing like she's trying not to look directly at him. Joon watches her in silence for a moment, then gently call out to her, "Tolani." She looks up. His tone is different, quiet, careful. He's not touching his food. "Why didn't you cry last night?" Kang Joon asked in a guilty tone. Tolani's eyes widened slightly. Kang Joon continued in a guilty tone. I didn't know it was your first time. I should have been gentler, slower. I was just so..." His voice breaks. "How did you take that pain and not even shed a tear?" Tolani looks down, her fingers tighten around her fork. There's a long pause. Then softly, she speaks. "Because I didn't want you to stop." "What?" Joon asked in a shaking tone. Tolani continued. "I wanted you, even if it hurt. I didn't tell you because I was scared if I did, you'd treat me like a little girl. Or worse, you wouldn't want me anymore." Joon closes his eyes briefly. His jaw clenches. "I would never..." Tolani, cutting him off gently. "I know. I didn't want it to be about fear or nervousness. I wanted it to be about you, about us." Joon stands up slowly, walks over to her side of the table. He kneels beside her, resting one hand on her thigh, the other brushing her cheek with heartbreaking gentleness, and whispered, "Tolani, I would have worshipped you if I knew. I would have kissed every inch of you with patience." Tolani smiles faintly and replied, "I wanted to remember it, not as something painful, but as something real." Joon leans his forehead against hers and whispers into her ear softly, "I'm going to make it up to you. Every single time after this will be different, better, slower, sweeter." She lets out a tiny laugh and replied, "Slower might help." He smiles, relieved she can still tease. Kang Joon playfully told her, "Okay, no more aggressive movie star moves. I promise. I'm retiring the wild side." Tolani replied in a shy tone, "Just maybe keep it on standby." They both burst out laughing softly, warmly, like lovers who've discovered a new layer to each other. He pulls her into a gentle hug from the side, pressing his face into her neck, and whispers, "You amaze me, always." After breakfast, he kisses her again gently this time. No fire, just slow warmth, reverence. His hands never rush. Then he scoops her up again. Tolani asked in laughter, "Where are we going now?" Kang Joon replied with a teasing smile, "Hot bath, warm water. Then I'm rubbing your back while you watch K-dramas and boss me around." She bursts into laughter as she hides her head on his chest. Joon opens the door gently and turns to Tolani with a boyish grin. "The bath is ready. Let me help you undress." Tolani's eyes widen as she clutches the edge of her t-shirt like it's her last defense and screamed, "What? No! I can do it myself." Joon chuckles, leaning casually against the doorframe, arms folded, his eyes full of amused affection, and said to her in a teasing tone, "Tolani, I literally saw you naked last night." "That was different," Tolani replied in a shy tone. "Different how? Because it was dark?" Joon asked in a teasing tone. She avoids his gaze, flustered, and stammers and replies, "Because I wasn't thinking, and I didn't expect you to see everything so clearly." Joon walked toward her slowly, like a lion enjoying the fluster he's causing. When he gets close, he tilts her chin up gently and said in a teasing tone, "I saw everything, every inch. And guess what? I liked every inch." Her knees almost buckle. She smacks his chest, hiding her face in embarrassment. Tolani muffled as she blushes. "Stop teasing me, Joon." Kang Joon laughs and hugs her from behind, resting his chin on her shoulder, voice low and tender now. "I'm not teasing. I just want to take care of you. You're sore, right? Let me help. You can keep your eyes closed the whole time if that helps." Tolani replied in a nervous tone, "You'll still be able to see." "I'll close my eyes too. I promise," Joon replied boldly. She turns to look at him, raising an eyebrow and said, "You? Close your eyes? Please." He gasps dramatically and drops to his knees suddenly, holding her waist and looking up at her like she's a queen, and whispers, "Let me take care of you, Tolani. You trusted me with your heart. Just trust me with this too." Her heart pounds. His sincerity is too much. Her fingers tremble slightly, but she nods. Tolani stands beside the bathtub in one of Joon's oversized t-shirts, fidgeting nervously as Joon kneels beside the tub, sleeves rolled up, a soft washcloth in hand, and a wickedly teasing smile as he asked playfully, "Still shy? After all the noises you made last night?" "Joon!" Tolani gasps, covering her face. Kang Joon laughing. "What? I'm just saying this sudden shyness is cute, but very suspicious." She huffs and slowly steps into the bathtub, still in her tank top and boy shorts. He raises an eyebrow but doesn't push. Instead, he starts pouring warm water over her shoulders with a small bowl, the water gliding down her arms like silk, as he asked her softly, "Is this warm enough?" She nods, eyes fluttering shut. His hands are gentle, but his voice keeps that playful lilt. Kang Joon continued, "You know, if I remember clearly, your were legs wrapped around me with zero shyness last night. You were moaning my name like a prayer. You kept whispering, 'Joon, faster, harder, please don't stop. My sweet, innocent coffee girl has a wild side,'" Joon added with a teasing smile. Tolani eyes flying open as she screamed his name. "Kang Joon, stop." He grins, leaning closer. Kang Joon continued in a teasing whisper, "Tolani, you were bold, like a lioness. This shy version of you is a scam, because when you came, baby, you screamed. You gripped the sheets like you were about to fly." Tolani gasped. "Joon?" Kang Joon continued, "And don't get me started on the way you said my name like I was your whole world." Tolani was red from head to toe, sinking deeper into the water, as she replied, "I hate you." "No, you don't," Joon replied as he leaned in, kissing her temple. He dips the washcloth into the water and gently begins washing her back, careful and respectful. His voice softens. "Does it still hurt where I was rough?" She nods slightly, biting her lip. Kang Joon in a guiltily tone, "Tolani, I'm really sorry. I didn't know. If I'd known, I would have." She places her hand on his and whispers, "I know. That's why I let it be you." His breath catches. For a moment, he forgets to tease. He presses a soft kiss to her shoulder, then leans closer, resting his forehead against her temple, and said softly, "You're mine, Tolani, and I'll spend every day proving I deserve you." He leans back, regaining his teasing tone. "You know," Joon said with a smile, "this shy version of you is cute, but the one moaning my name last night was on fire." Tolani squealing and covering her face. "Joon, stop." After gently rinsing her skin, Kang Joon lifts Tolani out of the tub with a towel already waiting in his arms. She clutches it around her body, still bashful, but Joon only smiles, loving her even more for it. Kang Joon grinning as he dries her arms. "You're really trying to act shy now, hmm?" He leans closer, voice low and teasing against her ear as he whispers in a playful tone, "But last night you weren't shy at all." Tolani's eyes widen in horror, towel gripped tighter. "Joon, don't start." Kang Joon chuckling as he dries her back. No, I remember very clearly. Someone said, 'Joon, faster, go harder, please, ring any bells.'" Tolani, face red, whisper in a nervous tone. I did not. Kang Joon teases. You're denying it? You even clawed at my back like you were fighting for your life. And when you came, you grabbed my sheets like they owed you money. You chanted my name like a prayer, and I swear, the way you moaned last night, wow. And especially when you arched your back and said, Joon, please don't stop. Those words made me lose my mind in ways I never thought was possible. You, my sweet coffee girl, are the most delicious chaos I've ever touched. And with the way you are walking, it's literally screaming, I just had wild, unforgettable sex with Kang Joon. Tolani hides her face in his chest as he laughs, his arms now wrapping the towel fully around her and lifting her up bridal style. Tolani sat on the couch in Joon's oversized shirt, knees curled to her chest, her hair wild and fresh from sleep. She sipped tea slowly, waiting for Joon to return from the kitchen. The weekend had been like a dream. Laughter, secret kisses, shared baths, teasing touches, until the doorbell rang. She blinked, expecting maybe delivery, but then she heard a sharp voice. Mom, what are you doing here? Kang Joon asked in Korean. I could ask you the same thing. Why didn't you tell me you moved again? Let me in, Madam Yu said furiously. Joon's voice hesitated. Panic registered in Tolani's chest. Before she could run or hide, the door opened, and Madam Yu, elegant, cold, and dressed in flawless silk, stepped inside. Her eyes fell instantly on Tolani. Bare legs, bed hair, Joon's shirt. There was a beat of silence. Joon froze. Tolani stood up slowly, unsure of what to say. Madam Yu asked in a sharp and frozen voice. Who is she? Kang Joon. Stepping forward, trying to soften. She's my girlfriend, Uma. This is Tolani. The air changed. Madam Yu's expression hardened like cracked glass. She took a step forward and scanned Tolani from head to toe, her skin, her accent, her presence. Madam Yu, coldly, in Korean, to Joon. You brought this into your home? Mom! Joon shouted angrily. Madam Yu, to Tolani in English. Get out! Tolani blinked, heart pounding. Her hands trembled as she held Joon's shirt closed. Tolani said in a shaky voice, Ma, I'm sorry. I didn't. Don't call me that. Don't speak to me, Madam responded furiously. Kang Joon, stepping forward, defensive. Stop it, Mom. Madam Yu, to him, furious. You're humiliating our family. You bring a Nigerian girl into your bed like she's your equal? Like she belongs here? Tolani's chest tightened. Madam Yu said to Tolani, listen to me very carefully. You disgust me. Your kind disgusts me. Joon's face twisted in disbelief. Mom! Madam Yu continued in an aggressive tone. You think because you're wearing his shirt and sleeping in his bed that you belong in his world? He is Korea's top actor. And you're nothing. You are lower than low. You black girls think you're exotic. You think you're charming, but all I see is filth. You will never be with my son. I will make sure of it. Joon stepped in front of Tolani, shielding her. You can't talk to her like that. Madam Yu. She's using you. Look at her. A foreign student clinging to a celebrity. She's a slut, a manipulative, desperate little slut. Is this what you want the world to see? Tolani finally choked out. I love your son. Madam Yu's hand slapped across Tolani's face. Joon shouted, Mom! Madam Yu, calm now. Venomous. I will make sure you never step near him again. If I have to ruin your scholarship, your visa, your name, I will. You don't deserve him. You're just a phase. She turned sharply, fixing her bag, icy rage radiating from her like poison, and said to her driver, to the airport. Now. We're done. She walked out. Tolani stood, frozen, eyes wide, a red handprint burning across her cheek. Joon turned to her immediately, pulling her into his arms as she finally broke down. I'm so sorry, Joon said. I didn't know she would come. I didn't know she was this hateful baby. I'm so sorry." Tolani sobbed into his chest and said in a shaky voice, "She said she'll ruin everything." Kang Joon replied in a calming tone, "She won't. I swear to you, she won't. No one will take you away from me." He kissed her hair, holding her tight, as if trying to protect her from the world. But the damage had already begun. To be continued in part 4, subscribe for more drama like this.